Hello, my name is Regis Wilson, sophomore at DuPont Manual High School, and this is my science fair project. This year I did ethnic groups perspectives on police brutality and Donald Trump. My hypothesis was that when the subject was asked about how they felt about Donald Trump first and then police retaliation and discrimination, that their answer to the first question would alter their answer to the second question and vice versa. So let's get into the statistics of it. When asked about when I asked around 10 black men above the age of 30 first about Donald Trump, they said that 9 out of 10 of them said that they were favorable for him. It means that they were for him being our president, but one didn't. Then when I asked about police brutality and discrimination, all of them but one were against it and had strong views opposing it. So with that being said, I concluded that some people, well, some black men over the age of 30, when asked about Donald Trump, will have strong emotions about him, for him, and against police retaliation. Now, I'm not saying that all black men will do that, but that's just from the data. That's just from the data that I have collected. Then I asked about a couple kids around my age, around 18, 19, 20, 21, 22-ish. When I asked them about Donald Trump first, they had strong opinions against him. Now, when I asked them why did they have strong opinions against him, most of them said because of their jobs, of their families. They didn't want to get deported or have like other family members not be able to come back after they traveled. So that was their reason for it. And last but not least, when I asked like different ethnicities, like I already said, I asked black, but I asked white and Haitian and Colombian and Asian and Chinese, Japanese, Indian, Korean, Russian, Portuguese. I asked all these different nationalities about how they felt. And the thing was, like, the people who were in the Middle East and in Asia, and I guess who weren't in America at that time or weren't born from America or not like Native American, or yeah, like not Native Americans, then they had strong feelings against it because they didn't want to. Well, they had strong feelings against Donald Trump because they didn't want to, I guess, not be able to have the same rights as everybody else, as of people who were born in America. You see what I'm saying? Because like Donald Trump, he wanted to like deport immigrants and all that. But when asked about police brutality and discrimination, the people who are not from America who have heard about it, they don't really have like a state of mind. They don't really have a strong opinion for or against it. So they're kind of in the neutral zone. And I'll show you after this video is over. So then when I like my procedure, the first time when I started this project, I had a website. And on that website, I had a survey that you had to take. But I didn't like format it right. So you could take it as many times as you want. And you could put in a different name, different nationality, different job, and a different family life. But that's what I put in there. So I remember and one day I had like 200 or something replies, and I was like, hold up, that can't be right. So then I took it upon myself to like go out and do human live subjects, like do it like in person so that I could get a better response. So then when I went out to the people, I had a bunch of questions. I asked them what gender they were, what their ethnicity was, what their age was, what their occupation was, like job, and I asked what their family life was like if they had like a mother in America, father in America, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, grandparents, and so forth. And I asked about police brutality and Donald Trump. Now, I didn't ask all of them about Donald Trump first or police brutality first because back to my hypothesis would state that if I asked them about police brutality first, it would affect their answer for Donald Trump. And vice versa. Donald Trump first would affect their answer about police brutality. So I have to factor that in when I was talking about it. So, in conclusion, the data I've collected shows that younger people have a strong feeling against him because of, I guess, the prior, and I guess they're seeing like forward, like what might happen. But there are some older people that do see what might happen to Donald Trump if he becomes our president, in which he is now. Then, I guess you could say, older people who have been on, have seen like what's happened with presidents lately, they don't really have like a strong opinion for or against, and I'll show you that after I've like finished presenting. And like in the future, I guess what I could do, instead of like going like all over the place with like these different ages, like I think my youngest person was 18 and my oldest person was, I think, 70. That was my granddad, but I think he was 70, 71, 72 ish. Anyway, like I think like if I condense it down smaller into like a certain cluster of people, like maybe like 18 to 25, or instead of doing that, like 30 to 40, 40 to 50, instead of like going all around the place, because different people have different experiences, and with those different experiences become different answers. So what I was thinking is that I could just have a smaller group of people and then make a conclusion based off of that, and then have another group of people make a conclusion based off of that, instead of making a conclusion based off of such a wide variety of people. And so there you have it. My name is Regis Wilson. I go to DuPont Mango High School. Mr. Harris, White 3. Thank you. Background research. How are you supposed to flip?